Hello, hello, beautiful day, everyone, or whoever's in here, or myself. Um, if anybody's in here, I need for you guys to let me know if I am being heard. I'll wait just a second. Before I begin. Gonna wait just a second. Okay, so please let me know if I'm being heard. And give it a few more seconds. And if not, I'm just going to start and be like, hopefully, it's been going really good the past few streams. So, okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. Beautiful day. Much love, everybody. Before I get started, like always, just sending love and peace and comfort to people right now. I just really feel the need to do that with whatever you're dealing with. If you're dealing with anything, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, I just really feel the need to send out this love, comfort, and healing and strength for yourself, and just to encourage everybody to really, really stand in your own power, in your own square. I really feel the need to say that, and I'm going to say it. I said it, and so I said it. Here we go. Before we get started, like always, I may or may not talk about natural remedies, um, cures or things like that. I'm not a medical professional. If you have any questions about some of the natural remedies that I may speak about as herbs, oils, crystals, sound bowl healing, water, whatever, please make sure you talk to your primary care provider or pediatrician for your little ones. Also, take what resonates with you. Take what you feel is going to help you grow as a person, as a soul, as whatever. And take your rose petals and leave the thorns. And don't let something I may say that you don't agree with, like, take away from something that can help you. So let's see. Let me let's see the much love. We are Wake TV. Thank you for being here. And yes, it's your comment. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to begin. Oh, let me draw. I'm going to pull a card, a positive affirmation card. Oh, hey, mermaid. Beautiful day to you. It's so good to see you. You always, when I see your name, I get a big smile on my face. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm going to pull a positive affirmation card. I like when I do that. Okay, 2 fell out, and I'm going to take it. So the first card that fell out says, I am able to create positive changes in my life. I'm able to create positive changes in my life. I'm able to create positive changes in my life. And the other card, I need this right now. The other card says, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Wow, this card is perfect for what I need right now. I may get a little emotional. Tears might fall during this stream, but oh well. I say be authentic, be your authentic self. For so much of my life, I was told that my sensitivity, I need to suck it up. You don't need to cry about that. You need to whatever. No, I'm not sitting there crying like a crybaby, but my tears are a cleansing of my soul, a renewing of my energy, and my tears, my sensitivity is very powerful. So I'm going to let it flow. Okay, so today, I forgot the title of the thing, but basically it's like breaking the bonds of blood, I forgot the title of this. But basically, we're going to be talking about our blood relatives and that connection and um, the chains that come with that. Like, you know, are we obligated to deal with family? Or for me, I always say, you have your blood relatives, you have relatives that are your blood. Okay, thank you. Breaking toxic blood bonds. Thank you, Ian. You have your, and then you create your family. I truly feel you create your family. And sometimes your blood relatives have nothing to do with the family that you are creating. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have a short, I'm gonna put it in the description. I have a short on the live that talks about that talks about blood, and with the song playing in the background called Some of Your People Just Aren't Your People. But anyway, a few more comments. And then Mermaid, beautiful day, Axis. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. So we're going to get started. And I'm going to start with asking these questions. I'm going to ask some of these questions. You think about this. Would you spend your valuable time? Would you spend your valuable time with people who backbite you, backstab you, people who belittle you, people who reject your feelings, people who don't value your feelings and emotions? And I know we hear people out there that you need to get out of your feelings, you need to not feel so much. This is a way, this is a deeper understanding of the physical reality that we're in. Being in touch with your emotions, being in touch with your feelings is called, you know, knowing yourself, knowing where you are, gauging yourself. Do you have healthy boundaries? It's so important to be in touch with your feelings. And would you want to be around people that don't value your feelings? Would you want to be around people who always make you feel like you're walking on eggshells? Would you allow a person in your house that always creates drama or fights? Tell me, y'all, would you let a coworker, a friend, or somebody in your house and all they're doing, I'm talking about causing fist fights, I'm talking about y'all be in the middle of beautiful gatherings and all of a sudden fist fighting and everything breaking out in your place of peace? For me, my home, my land, it's a place of peace from the outside world. The outside world to me is crazy, full of so much hatred, full of so much divisions, full of so much confusion, all these different energies. But when I drive down that road and I begin to drive past this bridge and where the property begins, and I drive through that gate, it's a different energy. And it's an energy, not saying that it's a perfect energy. Is there confusion? Is there sadness? Is there, you know, irritation and things that go on in my home? Yes, of course. But there's an overall energy here. And so my home is my peace. So would you allow somebody to come in that's always causing ruckus? Do you want to be around people that devalue you, that kick you when you're down? People who manipulate you and you know that they manipulate you. Do you want to purposely be around people that gaslight you, or people who who continuously won't take responsibilities for what they do to you, what they have done to you, or even what they do to others or what they have done to others? Do you want to be around people who gossip all the time? That's all they do is gossip and talk about other people, talk about what a failure their life is as opposed to their so-called life. Do you want to be around people like that? Do you want to be around people who don't respect you, who don't respect themselves, who don't respect your healthy boundaries? So if you have people who say, I would never tolerate people like that, don't want to be around people like that, but then turn around and allow people, your family members who are toxic as hell, to be in your life because of a title called family. Some of this, people who may view this, it may rub them the wrong way, but I'm not here to make it nice for you. I'm here putting this out because this is a lesson I've learned, and this is something I'm going to continue to learn and teach my own children. Titles mean absolutely nothing. Because I hold the title of mother doesn't give me the right to treat my children any way I want to. Just because I am their mother doesn't give me the right to not look at them as, even though they're young and small, as human, as, you know, we're soul beings having a human experience. They deserve to have feelings validated. They deserve, if you want people to validate your feelings when you're upset, when you're mad, when you're sad, whatever, children need it just as much, you know? So just because you hold a certain title doesn't give you the right to treat people in your blood relations any type of way. And this may rub people the wrong way, but I'm doing this for myself. For so long, I put myself in the back burner. I put my mental health in the back burner, and it caused me so much pain and so much grief. And in the very end of it all, the people that I was putting myself on the back burner for, the people I was setting myself on fire for, they were the ones that kicked me when I was down, and or they're nowhere around me when I needed them, and they're not in my life right now. So very important topic. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I will no longer offend myself, so I won't offend somebody else. Okay? I matter. You matter. Your mental health matters. If you're not well, you can't be well for the people that truly love you in your life. So I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna take a sip and go through comments. Let's see. Let me go through this. Okay, my phone is froze. Can you? I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, there we go. We're unfroze. Oh, okay. Much love, Hurricane. Much love. When you're miserable, and if you aren't as miserable, they automatically don't buy. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody saying hello. I try to keep my local and balance, give and take. Yes. And you don't want to be around people who all they do is take from you. Take, whether that's financially, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, whatever. All they do is take from you, and they don't replenish you. Yes, we replenish. It's important for everybody to realize that you have to fill your own cup. I have to fill my own cup, but I don't want to be around. I will no longer tolerate or be around people who continuously take from my cup, and I'm poured over dry, and nobody's not even willing to put a drop back into me. Or if they do put a drop back into me, they have an attitude about it, or they want to complain about it. We fill our own cups, but it's awesome when you're surrounded by people, and it don't have to be a whole lot of people. It could be 1, 2, 3 people that y'all are both, or y'all are filling one another cups. It's not just you continuously pouring into somebody. So anyway, hey, oh, beautiful day, Sarah. Much love to you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you caught me live. Oh my goodness. I'm smiling hard now. Okay. So I start off by saying, I'm pretty sure most people have heard this saying, blood is thicker than water. Let me tell you something. What I have learned and what I have experienced in my life, and this is no shade to any of my relations, you know, it's sometimes you just don't vibe with the people that you share the same bloodline with, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're going to get into that later. But blood ain't always thicker than water. And I'm going to say this because I have witnessed where the blood, when I was laid down crying, face down in the ground, searching, screaming, broken, beaten, and blood was nowhere to be found. But I had a few droplets, 1 or 2 droplets or rivers of water that were washing over me, that were supporting me, that was lifting me up and encouraging me on to start my self-love journey and to continue healing. So blood is not always thicker than water. And so I think it starts, generations have put obligations, you know, from generation to generation, we have been obligated to, you got to take you got to take care of your mama or your daddy. You got to respect your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your uncle. You got to respect your sister, your brother, your cousin, older cousin like this, even though they may be wicked and vile as hell. You there for generations, we have been obligated to do certain things, even when we know that these people, these relatives are toxic, and they are toxic, and they mean your mental health and your mental sanity no good. And so it's time to stop making excuses for people. It's time to, and people are like, well, you're doing this for family this, family that. I feel like for so long, like I just said, we have been ingrained with this obligation of family, that we, even in those obligations, people put themselves on the back burner for the sake of their family, put themselves on the back burner for some false fabricated peace. You put yourself on the back burner, you put your authentic self on the back burner in order just to have some ties to people because you share the same bloodline, but y'all don't really like each other. You're tying yourself to people who deep down inside, they genuinely can't stand you. Deep down inside, some of your family members absolutely hate you. Deep down inside, some of your family members and so-called close friends want to see your demise. Deep down inside and behind closed doors, these are the same people that people say, society say you're bound to by blood, that want to see you fail and that actually help undermine you. Okay? So I feel like we got to stop being loyal to people who show no loyalty to you. Let me, okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Do that. Stay caught up. Okay. So I'm going to continue. You don't have to have a relationship with a person who mistreats you or who won't take you to, like I said before, take accountability for what he or she has done to you. Self-respect, self-love, and self-care, and your mental health and your mental well-being is way more important than those so-called ties. I say it again, so-called ties. You are not, when you finally realize that you need to create for your own mental well-being, for your own healing, for your own growth, for your own sanity, you realize that some of the people within your bloodline or some of your so-called friends are in fact contributing to your lack of growth, contributing in you not healing, contributing in the hurting. When you realize that, and you want to take your peace back, you want to take your power back, you are not being mean. You are not being evil. You're not holding a grudge. When you do that, you're showing yourself self-love, and you're showing yourself self-worth and value. It is okay. I'm gonna say this, and I might say this repeatedly. It is okay to walk away from connections, being connected to people who have hurt you, and do not feel like you're obligated to let them back in. Once you're on your journey, you don't have to let people back in, if you do not want to. After some time, if you feel like you're strong enough and you want to handle that and you want to let people back in, then do it. But don't ever let anybody make you feel like you have got to let so and so in, you have got to be part of so and so's life because this is your brother, this is your dad, this is your sister, this is your mother, this is your grandma, this is your pawpaw, and pawpaw toxic as hell. Sister bring you nothing but grief. Brother, all he does is give and take and backstab, and the phone rings and you see the name and it brings you anxiety. You don't have to feel bad about separating yourself from situations like that. And I say this, if this is something I tell myself, looking at people now, if your presence is a negative drain on my well-being, I'm talking about all the time. There are moments, we have our moments with people that we love where we're not always giving, and sometimes it's too much sometimes. But if you're a constant negative drain on my whole being, I don't have to allow you to keep coming around, and I do not have to go around you. Okay? So don't let anyone guilt you or try to force you to reconnect with toxic friends or relatives. You don't let people make you feel bad about putting yourself first. Do not, I repeat, no matter who they are, don't let people make you feel bad about putting you first. Let me go through the comments, and I'm gonna get a drink. Let's see. It has always made me question the fact that just because something is not normal to you does not mean it's not normal for someone else. What's normal? Yeah, oh, exactly. What's normal? Yes, indeed. The message you're giving is very important to set mental, physical, and spiritual boundaries. Exactly. Understanding what isn't beneficial for us anymore. In all three. Oh, boom. Exactly. Exactly. Setting these boundaries on all three levels, and just because somebody said, well, they can take this from so and so, that this person isn't toxic to me, this person is loving to me, this cousin is loving to me, this brother is loving to me, this sister is loving to me, I have a healthy relationship. So that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that's the case for me and this person. This person can be have the perfect relationship with you, but me and this person, we are toxic around each other. Okay, your experiences with this person is not my experience with this person, no matter who it is. And I'm not going to allow your experience to override how I feel and how this person makes me feel. That's just, I will not do that anymore. You know, um, you know, a question sometimes when I'm going through these things, because I think about these things because I have to remind myself of these things because I was such a people pleaser, guys. I was such a people pleaser. Y'all just have no idea. And dying inside. But everybody else is great because I keep saying yes. But I'm dying inside. And so, I think about these things. And you know what? What keeps me motivated is that I'm teaching my children, I'm teaching the next generation of my bloodline that even when it comes to me, and I say this and I remind this to my children, if mommy, when you grow up and mommy is not respecting the healthy boundaries you have for your own mental health, whether I understand them or not, whether I'm like, well, that I wouldn't do, it wouldn't affect me this way. I'm not just going to tell my children how to experience their feelings or what's good for their mental health once they're, when they're old enough to make that decision and to see. So I tell them, if mommy is not respecting your mental health boundaries, you have every right to tell the woman that almost died, bringing you into this life, to say, mama, I love you, but you're not respecting my healthy boundaries right now. I can't be in your presence, and I don't want you in my presence, and I don't want to be in yours. I'll call you in a week or so, and we can reevaluate. That's how open I am. That's how your mental health matters more than anything and anyone else. Because if you are not okay, how are you going to be okay for everyone else that you care about? And if the people in your life don't care about your mental stability, you have to question that. I'm not fixing to go, I'm standing 1 foot on the edge of a mountain, barely hanging on, and you're telling me, oh well, suck it up, and then you don't care that I'm going to tip over. Okay, so I had to break branches. A dead tree cannot grow. A tree cannot grow with dead branches. I made a change with myself and my children, and I have been talked about and called names and misjudged and mislabeled because of that. But the outcome of this is children, and seeing my children and grandchildren and great grandchildren not have to heal wounds, heal generational curses, because I allowed people to overstep their boundaries with me, because I allowed myself to be entertained or to continuously entertain toxic behavior, all in the name of we have the same bloodline. No, I'm teaching my children that they matter and they need to put their well-being first. Anyway, let me see. Y'all know I have notes, so I won't veer off. Thank you, Ian. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. People, and if you're the one doing the forcing or trying to get people to connect when they just don't, it's like magnets that repel each other. Stop forcing relatives to build superficial, unauthentic connections. Because in the end, that will only build resentment between the two or between the group, and it's out of tolerance. I don't want people to tolerate me. I don't want to be in your life because I hold a title to you. I don't want you to want me around or invite me to holiday, invite me to birthday parties, invite me to barbecue, because I'm your cousin, or because I'm your sister, or because I'm your daughter, or because I'm your grandchild, or because I'm this. Okay, we've been friends for 30 years. I want authentic connections. And if we're not vibing, I don't want you to tolerate me just because of what I just said, because I'm not going to tolerate people just because of what I just said. You know, I'm not going to tolerate people just because of a title, you know? And so here's some quotes. I have a lot of, child, but these need to be heard. And I like this. Just because we are related doesn't mean we relate. Just because we are related don't mean we relate. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna emphasize this. Just because you and someone, or you and a particular group of people, you don't see eye to eye and you don't want to be around them, that doesn't mean you're holding a grudge. That doesn't mean you have hate in your heart for them. That doesn't mean you haven't moved on, and because you don't want to be around them, that doesn't mean any of that. It just means you're healing, you're moving forward, and you know that this is important for your health, and you don't want to take a step back. Because if you take that one step back just for this one time, you might open the door for all the work that you've done, all the healing that you've done might come undone. So you have got to think about that, okay? That's where it comes in, where you can't let people try to manipulate you with emotions, try to guilt trip you, make you feel bad about choosing you, you know? Don't force pieces that just don't fit. If you're not growing together, you're growing apart. Don't force family or friend connections that you've outgrown or that are toxic. Cut the ties and move on gracefully. Okay? Let's see. Let's go through these. I had to learn I can still love my son, but that doesn't mean I love what he has done. Love at a distance. Boom, axis, boom. Boom, axis, boom. And people don't see that. And sometimes people see you taking a step back, not knowing that in your heart you have so much love for this person or these people, but you got to love yourself more. Exactly. Self-love first. Oh my goodness. Are you Sarah, are you guys okay? Please update on that. My gosh. There's a clip on the second. I have to put that down. I have to write that down. Okay. Seeing unhealthy patterns in your family and deciding that those patterns end with you and will not be passed down to future generations is an extremely brave and powerful decision. That's a powerful decision to say after all these generations, who knows how long, that you're going to be the one to say no. You're going to be the one that says, like last week, there was a quote that says, that said, when we were talking about mental health, you're not the first person in your family to deal with depression or to deal with anxiety or to deal with PTSD. We're not the first people in our families to realize that there's something wrong and this person is toxic, that person is toxic, this person always brings so much drama and damage. You're not the first one to think that in your family, but you stepping out and saying it and doing it, you're the first. And it takes a lot of courage because you get a backlash for that. But no matter what, keep moving forward. Okay. And I was going to bring up breaking the cycle. We talk about cycles and looping a lot on, Ian's platform, We Are Awake TV. And just like he said in the comment about the levels, like doing this on all 3 levels, we have got to stop the looping, not just in our conversations, not just in our searching for truth, but we have got to stop looping in toxic waters, in toxic energies, and toxic environments with toxic people, all in the name of family. That's part of stopping the loop. That is part of stopping the cycle. That is part of helping how you will be on the other side of life, in my own opinion. The loop stops here. You have to stop, not in just one way. And you can't tolerate toxic behaviors. Let's see. Here's another quote. Okay, good. I'm so glad you're doing good. Okay. Those who said family mattered above all else were wrong. People you love who love you back matter above all, not toxic people you happen to be related to. You need to stop thinking you owe them a limitless number of chances to hurt you, all in the name of family or so-called friends. And people, you might have the best family ever, and no shade to my family. I'm not just talking about a particular person, but there are people I've had to separate myself from, and maybe they separated themselves from me. Hold on just a second, guys. And I'm okay with that. If I was in somebody's life and they say, Sunkiss, you are so toxic to my well-being, and I just can't be around you. And I appreciate the relationship we had, but moving forward, you are in my book. You were in the previous chapters of my life, but you're not going to be in the ending. I'd be like, bet. I don't want to be a stumbling block to anybody, all in the name of some title. I might cry because I may miss that person, but I want that person well above all else. So if they say, Sunkiss, I can't be around you, and I mean this with everything in me, so be it. You put you first, because I sure am going to put me and mine first. So anyway, here's another quote. I hate it when people say they're still your family. Just because someone is your family doesn't mean you have to keep them in your life if they are toxic with you. Blood means nothing sometimes. Don't let people guilt you into being in contact with someone who isn't good for your mental health. Okay? Here's another quote. Let's get out of the habit of telling people that's still your mom. Oh, that's still your mom, even though she's narcissistic as all get out, even though she don't respect your boundaries, even though she is one of the reasons you cry yourself to sleep at night and you didn't have any self-worth growing up, someone who didn't value your feelings. He is your dad, even though he breaks promises, even though he puts me down, even though, Take it for who it may be in your family. This person is still your brother. This person is still your sister. This person is still your cousin. Toxic is toxic. You are allowed to walk away from people that constantly hurt you. And you don't need no permission. You don't need no permission from nobody to walk away from somebody that's hurting you emotionally and mentally. People always want to talk about people being in relationships or families where there is abuse physically, where mom and dad are abusing the kids, mom or husband is abusing the wife, or the wife is abusing the husband, sisters abusing little brother, or brother abusing sister, sister abuse physical, in the physical. But no, and you say you need to get away from those people. You don't have to tolerate that type of abuse. Get away from them because they are physically hurting you. But then people want to put on a whole different mask when it's emotional abuse, like your mental health and your emotional stability doesn't matter. When people are emotionally abusing you, emotionally neglecting you, emotionally making, like, draining you and making you not want to be here. Why is my mental health with the way that family makes me feel, or so-called friends, not as important as if they were physically abusing me? You know what I'm saying? Some of the most poisonous people come disguised as so-called friends and family. See, a few comments here. Oh, much love. I'm so glad to be able to, this helps me. You cannot change toxic people, but you can change how you react to them. Choose yourself first. Yes, it's not selfish. It's necessary. It is necessary. Okay. Oh, beautiful day, knife maker. Mark, how are you? Thank you for being here. Oh, much love to you. Mwah. You just made my day. Much love to you. Negative people have a problem for every solution. You ain't never lied, okay? You ain't never lied, okay? Much love, Heather. Good to see you. Looky, Dave Walker. It has been a minute. Much love to you. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. Oh my goodness, nice. So good to see you. Oh my goodness, Dave Walker, so good to see you. Okay. Being a good person. Oh, no. Just because someone is family doesn't mean you have to tolerate lies, backstabbing, chaos, drama, manipulation, and disrespect. Being a good person doesn't mean you have to put up with other people's crap. I don't have to put up with your crap, especially if I'm trying to work out my own crap, okay? Family is supposed to be our safe place, but very often it's the place where we find the deepest heartache. I'm going to say that one more time for the people that didn't hear it in the back. Maybe. Family is supposed to be our safe place, but very often it's the place where we find the deepest heartache. It's the place where we become damaged the most. It's the place where we develop different fears. It's the place where we develop not trusting. It's the place where we have been first introduced to manipulation and pain of the heart. That's sad. That is sad. And people want you to keep that around, all in the name of a title. I still know. Let's see. I've been doing pretty good. I'm glad summer is over. I'm gonna put it like that. Been busy but good. I hope you've been doing good. I hope you've been well. Really good to see you, Dave. Really good. Look at me. Oh, beautiful day, Liz. It's good to see you. Yeah, the deepest heartache comes from family. I'm currently shifting the energy dynamics with someone close to me. They have been emotionally manipulative for too long. You're right. It feels as strong as physical. Exactly. And the thing about it, Heather, you wear those scars and nobody can see them. And that's why I'm like, when people try to say you need to you need to keep so and so in your life, or you need to hold on to that man or that woman or that friend or whatever. But that they're not, they don't see the scars. They're not in the room as you lay in bed and cry yourself to sleep at the very thought of this person. So, yes, 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 yes. It's so good to see all of y'all. Much love, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Toxic family members usually surround themselves with other exactly family members, these so-called fly monkeys. Okay, took me a long time to realize that. And they surround themselves with the family members that will boost them up, make them feel good about the mess that they're making, and gossip about things that they don't understand and throw you under the rug. They need that. They feed off of each other energetically. They feed off of that. And you are the center point. You are their portion, you know? Good night. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Let's see. A toxic person only changes their victims, never themselves. Don't try to change them either. I learned that too. People change when they want to change. And especially, and they have to want to change for themselves. Don't say, oh, change for me. No, people have to want to change for themselves. If they're not willing to change for themselves, that means they don't have, their self-love is very low. And so if they don't have self-love to love themselves enough to change because what they're doing is hurting you, then they don't have true, authentic love for you, and they don't care about your well-being. So it's time to say goodbye. Like I said before, my cutoff game is real. Okay. I have put up with so much and tolerated so much for so many people for so long that it only takes me a little while. My cutoff game is strong. Okay. I'm a ninja when it comes to my cutoff game. And a person like me, if and when I cut you out of my life, that means you have done me the dirtiest of dirtiest of dirtiest, because I am very patient. I tolerate a lot, too much maybe at times. So if you are not in my life and I've cut you out, that means you cut me deeper than the soul. You cut me at a beyond soul level. And once I do that, there's no going back. We can say, hey, but there's no going back to, hey, we were cool like this before. No, when Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, let them. Don't try to change people when they show you. If they say that I'm the baddest bee, I'm an a-hole, and they don't care, don't say, no, you're a good person. If they think that way and show you that's who they are, that's who they are. See people for who they are, not for who you want them to be. Okay? That's a quote that I will carry with me from lifetime to lifetime. I'm going to see people and things and situations for who they are, not for what I want them to be or what I want it to be. Let's see. Where am I at? Toxic family or friends or people will pollute everything around them. Don't hesitate. Fumigate. That's a quote from this girl named Mandy Hale. Sometimes you just have to remove toxic people from your life. It doesn't matter if they are family or friends. Your inner peace and your mental health and well-being is worth it. Let's see. Yeah, we're almost done, guys. Yep, they can kick rocks with a capital K. Okay. My family did a horrible thing to me, my sister, and my mom after my grandma's passing. They even took the small box with my name, which had family jewels my grandma wanted me to have. My gosh, Ian. Last time I saw my grandma, she showed it to me. We were both crying. Oh, Ian. And you see what family does, all for material things. A deep betrayal of something, and I'm pretty sure being the man that you are, it wasn't even the fact that jewels that your grandma had, it was the fact that they were hers, the energy and love and how you loved your grandma, and then that bonding moment. But people are willing to step over that and overlook that, all for material gains, all for whatever. And we're supposed to keep people like that can do that to you in your life, all in the name of a title, all in the name because we share the same bloodline. Mm-mm. Just truly disgust me. True that. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'm sorry. What's that saying? Fool me once. Let me be quiet because I'm about to get it wrong. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If I continuously let you do that to me, shame on me, you know. But there's a lot of manipulation that goes on. You know, we get manipulated, we get embedded from a young age that you have to tolerate family. If you don't do this, then you don't love family. If you don't do this, and if you don't put up with Uncle Dexter's alcohol, belligerent, womanizing mouth, if you don't want to deal with that, then you don't love your family. What? If the box was empty, I would feel the same way. My Nana was an angel. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry people have to go through so much suffering because of these toxic, dysfunctional family structures. And that's the importance of this talk right now. That's the importance of saying no, stopping it with you. If you have ties like that to family, so-called friends, we can start changing that now. Even if it means losing your so-called family now, you can build stronger and better authentic branches, you know? You can't grow having fake branches, fake connections on a healthy tree. They're not gonna grow. So let's see. If your family members are trying to gang up on you, it's because you won't let them back. Okay, thank you. Boom, Sarah. I'll put up with mess. That's why I left home at 15, never been back. Wow, Dave. Yeah, we do hope Knife is doing well. And I'm gonna say this, and I thought about this quote too. Actually, I'm about to start crying. You can miss a person every day and still be glad that they are no longer in your life. That's a quote from Tara Westover. And that's why when people are like, you're being mean or you're holding grudges or or whatever, it's not easy because you love your family, or relatives, but you love yourself more. I love myself more. I love my children more. And I want better for them. I don't want them to have to go through the same inner child healing that I am going through, that I've had to go through. They are already going to experience their own set of issues and problems in this world. And if I can alleviate it a little bit, if me being mommy can alleviate or give them a push, if I could give them a push, or if I can just carry them on my back, let me go through it. Let me go through the pain. Let everybody stab me in the back. Let everybody hate me for choosing me so that you can be beautiful in your spirit, so that you can fly higher than, honey, as you're flying higher and the knives are in my back, I don't care. Step on those knives so that my babies can fly higher. So, okay. Toxic family and friends are like dark clouds. Once you distance yourself from them, you realize how much brighter your life can be. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Crying, guys. And I'm not sorry for crying. And I'm not weak for crying. Okay. On top of that, took thousands of dollars that were supposed to be split up, a car, etc. Really bad. Money wasn't on my mind then at all. It was theirs after her last. Oh gosh, and mm, money can show you who people truly are within your family dynamic. Mm, mm, mm. That's sad. On the other hand, I don't know anyone who is awakened. I hate that term, who didn't go through the dark night of the soul. And outside of here, there's like one person, and then my children I talk to, but there's like really, as far as like what I'm dealing with, and as far as like the questions I'm asking, that truly gets me. And and if you find someone outside of family, or you find somebody within your family that is awakened to the things that we get into, um treasure it, hold it. That's family. You create your family, blood or no blood. So I always say this: soul bonds are stronger than the physical bonds that we have. Exactly. No contact with most of my family. I'm in the best place of my life I have ever been. And I'm telling you, lies, being surrounded where I had get together, so many things going on, people in the family, cooking, barbecue, da da da, but being so alone. But now I'm here by myself, me and my children. Don't nobody come visit me, which is cool. But I am the happiest I have been in so long. So, jeebus. Negative people need drama like oxygen. Like oxygen, it will take their breath away. I love it, Sarah. Okay, go ahead, mamas. Okay, it is better to be healthy alone. What we just said, lies, kind of what you just said, than stick with someone, than be sick with someone else. Don't let negative, toxic people rent space in your head. Raise the rent and kick them out. And that's also important. We're talking about physically separating ourselves from toxic people, situations, and things like that, toxic environments. But we have also got to do that spiritually and mentally. We can't allow their toxic traits, their toxic energy, and even what they have done. I'm talking to myself here, have done or whatever, to just remain rent free inside of the mind. We've got to put healthy boundaries on that as well, because that's part of healthy boundaries, kicking you, moving and cutting you off physically, but I got to spiritually detach myself from you as well. I don't want you in my house, and I don't want you in my thoughts. And that's something that, that takes time with the mental, you know. When people say you only get one family, well, actually, this was worded a different way, but I kind of reworded it because it was so vulgar. But when people say you only get one family, I reply, you only get one appendix. But when it is toxic for your body and health, you cut it out. Do the same thing for toxic family. And that is so true. When we have parts of our bodies that we have to amputate, we have to get rid of because it's causing more harm to our physical body than good. If you diabetic, but you have a leg that the blood is not flowing, the oxygen is not flowing, and it's just there, and it's causing more problems being attached to your body, people get it amputated, right? So if you have in your physical family structure people for your energetic body, for your mental health, if you have people who are causing so much pain while they're attached to you, causing confusion, causing division within yourself, or causing division within other family members, you are dealing with family members who purposely cause division so that you and other family members are not getting along. They are the cause for the division of you and other family members. So why can't we amputate? Amputation time. Okay, no question about it. Amputation time. Let's see. Think and Grow Rich. I have that book. I need to take that out again. Stop crying. Boo-hoo, Dave Walker. Much love. Oh, thank you for crying. Those out but need to. Thank you, Heather. Something when my dad passed away, people that never came around were at his apartment, oh my gosh, through his stuff and fighting over what they wanted to take. That's so disgusting. If you think you're being, you are. If you think hold on, my glasses are wet. Hold on, I'm crying again. Hold on. Okay. If you dare not, you don't. If you like it when you think you will almost certainly you won't. Exactly. I haven't spoken with my narcissistic mother in 2 years. Haven't seen her in over 10. I'm done feeding her through trauma. Exactly. Trauma. Feeding them through trauma. I love that you just said that. If you think you'll lose your loss for out of the world, we find success begins with a person. Whole state of mind. I love that. I got to take that book out with all my family, stranger alike. Beautiful day, Mary. So good to see you. And so sorry. Okay. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You have to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. Okay, don't hate, amputate. Oh, Heather. Oh my goodness, if I had a bomb, boom. I'm gonna write that down, girl. Life battles don't always go the stronger or the fastest man, but soon or later, the one who wins is the one who thinks he can't. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Mary. Okay, let me wipe my glasses off, people. Okay, we're almost done here. And cutting people out of your life doesn't mean you hate them. It simply means you respect yourself. Not everyone is meant to stay. Not everybody who, like I said earlier, who were in the beginning chapters of your life, not that you don't appreciate them, not that you don't honor what lessons you learned from them, not that people that you've had to separate from, or hell, maybe you didn't. And it's okay if you didn't honor them. It's okay if you didn't appreciate them. It's okay if you didn't want to tolerate their abuse. That's something else. I don't appreciate, we got into that on Ian's platform where these people were going back and saying that they chose to be abused for a lesson. It's okay to say, I didn't choose that. I don't want that. I learned from it and I didn't appreciate it, but I appreciate the strength I got from it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm not going to make nobody feel. This is something else I tell my children. I tell them, this is something, I have this written down on an index card. Everyone's feelings and emotions are validated and matter. Although we may not always understand others' feelings and emotions and perspectives, we acknowledge, respect, and honor them. I value your feelings and emotions, and they truly matter to me. So I might not understand your perspective. I might not see, how much that hurt you. It might not hurt me as bad as it hurt you. But those are your feelings. That's your experience with that particular person or that particular situation. You can't allow people to be like, well, I wouldn't have been crying about that. Well, good. I'm crying about it. You're not me and I'm not you. Your experience is not my experience. Just like I said at the beginning, if other family members or people come in and be like, well, I have a good relationship with brother so and so, sister so and so, with cousin so and so, but that's good and fine. But me and cousin so and me and sister so and so, we're toxic. So y'all two can go on and be great, and I will go on and be great by myself. You know, I'm tired of people trying to force people to be together or make you feel bad about how you feel. Let's see. And by the way, I love you guys, and we are always here for you all. We are all in this together. I saw a bumper sticker the other day that said, only gay cops pull me over. Oh, Jeebus. Tim, much love to you. Oh, man. Best thing I ever did is walk away when it comes to toxic people. Boom, Mary. I expect is basic human respect. Exactly. You can never tell what a thought will do. Uh-oh, hold on, guys, I'm frozen. In bringing you hate or love for thoughts or things in their airy wings are swifter than carrier doves. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Okay, Ian, I got to run. Much love all. Anne Marie. Oh, goodness, I'm so excited about that. Coming in a few days. Amazing power strength. Much love. Thank you so much for being here. All right, have a beautiful day. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Y'all know I'm slow sometimes. We're almost done here as well. Oh, it's over an hour. They follow the law of the universe. Each thing creates its kind, and they speed over the out of your mind. Okay, we're almost done here. Okay, here's a matter of fact, here's the last quote, and we'll talk about some things a little bit. I'm so excited about Anne Marie Uber. Like, when the moment I heard her first, when he played her a while back, I was just drawn to her. And I don't know. Let me stop being off. But I'm excited about that, Ian. At some point, here's the last quote, and if y'all can't remember anything, at some point you have to realize that some people can stay in your heart, but can't stay in your life. I'm gonna say that again without getting choked up. At some point, you have to realize that some people can stay in your heart, but not in your life. So there are those who you have great love. You may have great love for some of these people in your life that you have had to cut off or separate from, or who've separated from you or whatever. But you can have that love for them in your heart from a distance, because having them in your life is not good for your mental health. And your mental health matters. I'm going to say a few things that I've said on earlier to repeat. You have got to have healthy boundaries, because if you do not have healthy boundaries, people are going to run over you. People are going to take advantage of you. People in this world take advantage of people's kindness, people's love, people's willingness to want to help, people's willingness to want genuine connections. You in your heart, at least I know for me, love meaningful, genuine, authentic connections. But I was in the world like, okay, and people are like, she wants this genuine connection, so I'm not going to be, I could use this to my advantage. That's just the way some people are. That's how it is. So you've got to set healthy boundaries for yourself and what works best for yourself. And once you set those healthy boundaries for yourself, for your inner peace, for your peace of mind, for your strength, for your healing, for your self-love journey, you have got to stick with it. Don't allow anyone to shame you into changing, try to make you feel bad, guilt trip you into having certain boundaries, or try to love bomb you in a way that, yeah, maybe you can change it. Do not change your boundaries for anyone. And if they truly love you, they will respect your healthy boundaries, even though they may not understand. Okay. So I'm going to read, let's go through the comments one more time. Yes, that's awesome news. Yes, it's hard to remove toxic information, do so. But once you figure it out, it immediately makes it easier to live with and to breathe. Oh, there was a quote that I didn't write down. Oh my goodness. Tim, is this you? Tim and Sarah, I'm gonna just say. Where it said, I didn't know how polluted my skies were dealing with how toxic and polluted my skies were until I took a breath of fresh air or something like that. I didn't write that quote down. Okay, anyway, here is the positive affirmation cards because 2 fell out and they're not tarot cards. I am able to create positive changes in my life. I am able to create positive changes in my life. I am able to create positive changes in my life. The other card reads, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. We can do this. We can do this. And we can do this. Remember, relatives are what bind people because of blood, in my opinion. And family is what you create. Create your family. And sometimes your bloodline may not have anything to do with your creative family, okay? Remember, self-love is the best love. And I truly hope that you overflow in all of your self-love. Thank you guys so much for sharing an hour of your time with me today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to come here more, at least once a week, and get some stuff out there. We need to be talking about things like this as well, you know, while we're living in this matrix system, and how we're functioning as living beings in this matrix system with everyday life issues. So I think that that's important to talk about as well. And so you'll have a good rest of your Saturday. I almost said Friday, good Saturday. And until we meet again, thank you guys so much for just being here. All right. Mwah. Much love, everybody. Let's see. Okay, no more comments. So, oh, okay, there we go. The last comment. My phone got stuck. Thank you for your enjoyment. I'm so glad too. Made my day seeing you, seeing so many people here. You really did, and I'm glad we have each other and where we could talk about these things without judgment. It means so much. You know, it means so much because a lot of us don't have that in the outside world. A lot of us are really what Tupac says, me against the world. A lot of people it is, you know, and it's really nice to come to the platform here or to We Are Awake and to just be connected. I truly mean that with everything in me. I'm about to cry again because I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you guys and the energy that y'all pour into me. And I mean that. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for being a part of my healing journey. And thank you for being a part of something that I've always wanted to do, although it's small scale. I've always wanted to do something like this. You know, do something small, like, you know, I've helped people or shared or whatever with people within my own physical life, but to be able to talk and speak with people from different parts of this plane of existence, you guys have helped me in so many ways over the past couple of years, and I appreciate you guys more than you know. So have a good one. Much love.